AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. I'm over it. Them block suckers, they got Jaylen Brown. Okay, so what? We back, baby. We back. All three of us on screen. You know what that means.
Ball suckers.
We live.
Big Flea. Never the little biggest, y'all.
And that only caught the end of my laugh. I keep telling these people, you don't want me to get the last laugh. I already sound like I had the last laugh while everybody's laughing. So imagine, will the Knicks get the last laugh?
Knicks rehab.
Knicks rehab, y'all.
Yeah,
Hey,
chat. These guys finally stopped playing hooky. Yeah, chat. Get on their ass.
It's the hardest working man in show business, man. All balls, suckers.
Be here. Fabian, talk to us, man. What we got going? Chat, what's going on? Chat, what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Subscribers, how y'all doing? Members, double, triple salute. Hope everybody doing well. If you in this storm, this heat wave, please be cool. Keep your butt in the house. Ain't nothing out there but the devil. Trust me. Hell is on earth right now. Lord, have
he's
mercy.
the devil's definitely strolling through New York.
You know what they
Ladies.
did, right?
Electricity. He hit up Con us and pow.
Everybody that's cooking outside, we don't even need no grill, no charcoal, nothing. Put the aluminum foil on the ground.
It's just a-
Cook that thing on the ground.
Put them burgers and dogs right on the aluminum foil on the concrete, Flea. Let the sun do his
fact.
job.
That's a fact. Quick question
Crazy
for
out
you.
there.
Already. Go ahead, Flea.
No, I had a question for OG, but you know we got super chats rocking already. We got to handle our business first.
No, I don't like to put up a comment while you're talking because you're gonna like slice me in midair. So I just like to make sure that it's okay to talk.
I'm sorry, my brother.
He's in a good mood, y'all. He got some rest. JR, thank you for your $4.99. JR, what's good, baby? So
JR.
remember, I usually come in here and say my Knicks in 4 or 5, but I'm gonna switch it up today with the recent news. Knicks in 6.
Knicks in 6, baby. You got laced. When you got laced up, when they twisted you up, right? How was it looking outside? Like, what was the scenery? How did it look in them parts? Was it nice? Was it nice out?
Whatever word is better than nice,
Okay,
times that probably by about 100.
got it. That's all I wanted to ask you. Because
Yeah.
where you told me you got your hair done, I'm sure it was beautiful over there
Make you want to get your life together.
with this weather.
Make you want to hold hands and wear matching outfits. I'm telling you.
Get ready for Christmas. Christmas around the corner, baby. Pajamas is coming.
I have a follow-up question.
Okay.
Did you understand any words that were coming out of their mouths?
Not at all. And I ain't have no problem with that. You know what? I ain't want to understand. How about that? I was okay going like this.
Yeah, that was a great question, Ray. Great question.
I was okay. You can be
was
plotting to tie me up.
You was comfortable, right, OG? You was comfortable?
Was I?
Comfortable. He was comfortable.
Listen,
I love it.
big shout out to the chat.
Yeah, I love it. Big shout out to the chat. Junami, I see you, baby.
Iris Miller, what up, baby?
What
Chat,
up, y'all?
Monkey Rich, see y'all in the building. Members,
Monkey Wrench. That's our guy. Q Burrow, brother, what up?
Trap.
Family is here. Iris, what up?
In the words of Jagged Edge, it seems like AllBall walked out of heaven. He took a break to come here with us. Y'all in the chat.
Yo, we
You-
love Monkey Wrench. Monkey Wrench is
smucks.
GOAT. Monkey Wrench to go.
Hey, Monkey Wrench. Oh, bro. You don't know how to do sign language in the comment section?
You know what I mean? You gotta do something, throw some gang signs, something.
Oh, Monkey Wrench?
God damn.
Lord have mercy. Know what happens? We see you with a thing of Red Lobster. You telling God?
I was just about to say you ain't got to put a Coca-Cola in front of him.
Monkey Wrench,
No
my
good.
bad.
You ain't got to give him no cigarettes, no nothing.
Well, seems like Mitchell Robinson doesn't need much pushing and nothing. He didn't need nothing but an Instagram click to tell on whatever the hell happened with the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's first comments ever since he signed with the Celtics. Here he is. This was after OG Anunoby left a comment under his Instagram. Mitchell Robinson replied to him. He said, "I tried, brother. I didn't want this to happen. Hopefully the truth comes out at some point." There he is, in case he think we're lying. OG put a sad emoji. He was tearing up. He was sweating. He also told OG Anunoby, "I'm going to miss you, big dog. Keep being great." As if the last week and a half, 2 weeks since we won the championship couldn't be any harder. Mitchell Robinson just has to stick the dagger in a little further. I didn't need that, Mitch. But since we're here, you got people on Instagram going crazy. They got their own theories. Shout out to this guy. Say he's a producer in Queens, Flea.
Yeah, like he's in the music. Think he's a producer. I don't want to be wrong. But I know he was very influential on putting together the farewell for the Coliseum, like getting everybody together for that farewell that went on for on the Coliseum block. So he's got a nice page. He does a lot of things on his page. He's a cool follow.
Okay. Mr. Fingers, what do you think happened over here in New York and Mitchell Robinson?
Did not leave the Knicks. James Dolan did not pay him. It's just that simple. James Dolan did not want to go over the second apron. It's not on Leon Rose. It's not on the New York Knicks. This is on the Knicks owner, James Dolan. I immediately hate you again. Immediately, I hate you again. Yo, it didn't take long. Yo, the parade, you was acting like a fool during the parade. And then he's going to speak for the players and then say, we're going to go to the White House. Then you like, I'm not going to the second apron. And then now we lose Mitch. We lost Mitch. He didn't pay him. After the Knicks just grossed $140 million by just the playoff run alone. You're going to tell me you couldn't pay the luxury tax and pay that man that $15 million a year when now the company is worth over $9 billion? And that man sacrificed his body for 8 seasons? I'm never going to be mad at a man getting his money. Mitch is not the op. James Dolan is the op. Yo, he got more money. Salute to him. Once a Knick, always a Knick. Nothing but respect and love for Mitch. But he did not leave. He did not get paid because that man did not want to pay him. It's his fault. As usual, man, I really hate this guy. No sarcasm. Mitch did not leave the Knicks.
He really hates him. Does he have another Instagram quotable here?
He had another one where he was breaking down like the second apron and how we could have re-signed Mitch. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere up there. If you can't find it, it's cool.
I think it's a screen recording.
Yeah, I know, but yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I gotta be honest. I was thinking all day today. I ain't mad at Mitch going no more. Once I seen little interaction with him and OG, what did you try? You ain't have to sign with Boston. What did you try? What you actually tried to do was mess up our championship win. by breaking your pinky. What happened with that? Did you ever try to hit free throws? Did you ever try to play back-to-backs? At the end of the day, what I'm really realizing is, why are we panicking like this? We are the champions. We just won a championship. Now, I'm not saying he's not important. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have made a better attempt to re-sign him. But let's be realistic. For 8 years, Mitch was at times unplayable. Couldn't stay healthy, right? And yes, he played a major part. But everybody played a major part. So at this point, bro, you really went to Boston. Listen, man, get your money. I ain't gonna sit up here and roast James Dolan. I ain't going through all that. We are champions. At the end of the day, we got one of the best front offices in the world. Let's see what happens by trade deadline. I don't think us not re-signing Mitch and now watching what Philly did, we need to be shaking in our boots. Did Philly make some great moves? Yes. But we still got the light-skinned Kobe Bryant. He's just 6 inches shorter. At the end of the day, I think all our players are going to come back with vengeance and with more confidence. Do we have to add another big man or two? Yes. But we still have time to do that. The season doesn't start till October. So, listen, I don't know what type of games Mitch is playing, but why even say something at this point? Because everybody showed you nothing but love. So when OG just gave that emoji, what made you say that? What's the purpose? So, yeah, I'm done with Mitch. I see what my brother Flea used to say and how he felt before. All OG was saying was, miss you, big dog. And you come back with something else. You see, OG ain't even respond to that. OG ain't no fool. What? I'm just sad you left. So I'm over Mitch, bro. We champions. Why are we sitting there acting like we didn't win a championship? Why are we acting like we lost in the finals and we lost Mitch? No, he was here. We got the job done. Go get your money. Now you're op. See you in Boston or see you in the Garden in that nasty green and white uniform. Pack them up.
Oh, Flea. Listen, I hate what AllBall saying, but the Celtics, they said they got their own Jalen Brunson, man. The Celtics are banking on Peyton Pritchard making a Jalen Brunson type leap for Tom Haberstroh.
Yo, that's fake, man. Where you get that from?
This is real. This is from Tom Haberstroh. The Celtics trading Jaylen Brown is a bet that Peyton Pritchard is their in-house version of New York Knicks guard Jalen Brunson, a diminutive player who didn't fully show his talents until Luka Doncic was out of the picture. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, that guy.
The next Jalen Brown. I mean, excuse me, the next Jalen Brunson.
Flea. Flea, you know, Mitchell Robinson he said the truth is going to come out. He wanted to stay in New York, and he found a similar path in Boston with the new Jalen Brunson over there. What are your thoughts on Mitchell Robinson, you know, saying it's not his fault, second apron this, second apron that? I ain't no cook, but what are you smelling over there in the kitchen?
Everybody is just high off of the championship that we won, and rightfully so. Like you gotta embrace this and be on a high with this. And I just think both sides, Mitch and the team, ownership, Dolan, everybody doesn't understand what we have right now. Like what we put together. All right, Mitch, you got your money. Because I feel like OG, I had time to sleep on it. And I'm not crying over spilled milk no more. It is what it is. He's in Boston now. Like I said, he's an op now, and we looking to kick your ass next season. That's what it is right now. But if I'm really looking at it and breaking it down, I'm just like, everybody got to understand like what's at stake, right? We win a championship, and it completely wakes up the NBA, completely wakes up our division. I'm like, forget the rest of the NBA. Think about our division, y'all. Think about what Miami just did. Think about what Toronto did. Think about what Boston is doing. Think about what Philly did. Like our entire division got slapped because we won a championship. And I just think like we really need to understand what we have right now. Dolan needs to understand how important Mitch is to what we were doing. And Mitch should understand like you go get your money, go get paid. I'm not mad at it. But why are you devoid of making the sacrifice like everybody else did? I don't understand. We could be in a position where we could be one of the teams that goes back to back. The next team that goes back to back is going to be historic because nobody's done it in almost a decade now. So whoever does that is going to get heavy respect. That we talked about the Knicks championship being the most important championship, and OG is absolutely right. But now going forward, we've won now. Okay, we already talking about the next season. Whoever goes back to back the next time is going to be looked at as like, whoa, okay, this team knows how to handle business because we have so much parity in the league. And the Knicks could have put themselves in a position to do that if we brought Mitch back. But I don't think you try. What does that mean? You making $15 to close to $16 million a year as a non-starter? Think about that, y'all. Boston is about to pay him close to $16 million a year to not start. Mitch is going to start over Keita. These are just questions I have now. Okay, it's over with and done with. Now let's move forward. How many games you going to play next year for them, Mitch? At $16 million a year for the next 3 years. I don't know. So at the end of the day, I just think both sides kind of lost sight of what we could have really accomplished. Not saying we can't do it, right? Again, we got our core and we got a front office that I think has built trust within us to say, yo, they're going to make some moves and do the right thing. But, you know, Mitch could have took a haircut. Mitch could have looked at the situation and said, yo, I can make good money here and still be a part of a winning situation. Boston is historically a winning situation. Boston is good right now, but who's to say you go over there and they don't have a down year next year? They rolling out Paul George next to Jason Tatum. I'm not saying that with any shade behind it. I'm just saying that is his running mate now. And we know what that looks like. We know what Paul George looks like as a running mate, as an older player. So I'm just saying, what is that situation? How great is that situation going to be? I'm gonna leave you with this, Fabian, and you know, I used to say this, but before I met my brothers a few years back, I used to say this with my guys all the time, and we used to always throw this around, especially around free agency time. All money's not good money, right? Like, you know, when you look at a situation and you looking at, you know, winning situations and role and fit, all of that matters, man. All of that matters, and so, you know, we can go over plenty of situations throughout free agency history and look at guys that went and got big money, left the situation that was really, really convenient and conducive for what they do. And you go get a big bag, and now you out of the league in a year or two. Or now your role changes, or now you're disappointed in what the outcome is at the end of the season, or your contribution, or what type of trust the coach has in you. And or like, so, you know what I'm saying? Whoever y'all want to name, a few names come to mind. Y'all remember Jonathan Simmons, how great a year he had in San Antonio, took that money in Orlando, and now he's back out here in Houston playing in whatever this pro-am league is. This is his city, but I'm just saying, like, it went downhill after he took that money. I'm saying all money is not good money. Great job, Mitch. You got paid, but every situation is not going to be conducive to what you're doing. Boston is going to expect something from you making $16 million a year. You can't play 50 games. You're going to have to be relied on. So I'm not mad at it at all. And just to follow up on Peyton Pritchard, that's ridiculous. That's not happening. It's just not. It's not.
I think it's you know, clearly funny that I thought we were chasing the Celtics. I thought chasing the Celtics was dumb and replacing Cat with Hartenstein, and that was the blueprint. And now all of a sudden everything turned around and it proved me wrong. And now the Celtics are chasing us, and they're literally saying that they're one of their players it's gonna be Jalen Brunson. They're out of their mind. But for them, if I'm a Celtics fan, I like the signing because that ain't a lot of money, to be honest. You know, $16 million. I think that's cheaper than he was making 18, 19 over here a year, if I'm not mistaken. It sounds like he wanted the third year. He got the player option. And I don't know if James Dolan was willing to go for the third year, 3 straight years, $15-16 million. But, you know, a quote like this from Tekel Rory Williams, appreciate you always showing love, said Dolan gave Isaiah Thomas a blank check to put the Knicks in salary cap hell. Now that the Knicks are champions, he now expects cheap labor from players. How ironic. I totally disagree with that. And I totally disagree with the fact that it has to be all Dolan's fault. Like, the second apron isn't just about getting paid. The more and more people talk about the second apron is that we can't even make the moves we want to make for certain players. You're restricted on how you can pay your players within a certain time frame. So the Mitch thing was always up in the air because he was also pissing us off. I don't know where he's not going to win us all over like that. Could he have signed for $5 million, $8 million? I'm not saying to do that. I thought we all knew the inevitable was coming. You compared it AllBall to Isaiah Hartenstein leaving over here. There's nothing we could do about it. There's no way you're turning down that money. So I don't care for this, Mitchell Robinson. I don't. Just leave. It's business. Leave it at that. We're from New York, man. Like, we understand what the business is. We're cool with that. Dolan, the other gentleman, the producer that we played earlier, it's like he's being cheap, or he made $140 million, and you think these guys are billionaires for no reason? So he's going to take that $140 and then ruin the chances of trying to make moves with our team for the next 2, 3, 4 to 5 years. Remember, Brunson's due to resign 2-3 years from now. While he's getting older, why would we want to? I don't think Brunson's signing for $70-80 million in 2-3 years. I don't think that's happening. That's not where he's going to get his money from. I think they understand what this legacy is in New York. Leon Rose and them, La Cosa Rosa and all that. Worldwide West, they understand what this means. This is a brand now. This is a rebranding of the Knicks, and letting Mitchell Robinson go and trying to replace him. That's what the Patriots did. So if he's Tom Brady, you got to find the right pieces around him, and we can do that. I think obviously yesterday we pointed out the kid from the Hornets. If he's available, that should be the number one priority.
Right.
Point blank, period. You have some other guys out here. The Knicks, according to Chris Haynes, the New York Knicks have feverishly tried to trade for New Orleans Pelican center Eves Misi after losing Mitchell Robinson, but offers have been rejected multiple times. The Pelicans view Misi as a vital core figure, and the message is that he's unavailable. So that's another guy that the Knicks were trying to trade at the trade deadline. I don't think that it's this whole blame Dolan thing. It's easy to say now, and I don't think Dolan cares. He doesn't care because he knows. What did he say in January when people going up in arms? When he said, we better make the finals with this lineup.
Right.
And we were still like, yo, you sure? I don't know if we could do it because we don't look like we got the chemistry. And he said, nah, bro, with this, stop playing around.
Yeah, all that Giannis talk, I like this team. Make the finals.
And that's with Giannis on the line. So when the playoffs started, we better make the finals. Anything short will be bananas. If we didn't make the finals, if we didn't do what we had to do, it wouldn't have just been Mitchell Robinson up out of here. It would have been all of y'all. So, yeah, we happen to win, and the price goes up when you win a championship. The price goes up when you win a championship. That goes for anybody. Once you win that thing, it's like winning an Oscar. I'm getting $20 million a movie now. That's how it used to be back in the day. I got that gold trophy on my case. So I don't like the whole anyone blaming Dolan and this and that. Listen, man, I get it. We've already lived through the Dolan ups and downs. Again, the best time periods when Dolan has been the owner has been when New Yorkers were running this thing. Donnie Walsh and Leon Rose. And Leon Rose we trust. I have will we retract the retraction and go crazy on him in the future, AllBall? Possibly. But as of right now, I can't ever replace the feeling of being able to root for a team that I love to root for and hate them at the same time and win a ring. I can't replace that, including Mitchell Robinson. I'll never forget Mitchell Robinson. I was rooting for that. He's part of the roller coaster ride of the New York Knicks. I could never forget Mitchell Robinson. So he did his job. And so did Dolan and Leon Rose.
But you know what? And I'm glad Fleet got back up here just in the nick of time. So while you were talking and making great points, I was sitting here thinking, right? And I seen Tory B say something. Big shout out Tory B. And it was exactly what I was thinking. I think the front office got caught off guard. Mitch signed too quickly. Like, I don't even think he gave them an opportunity to do anything, right? We get rid of Huck Porty and then boom, Mitch is gone. It looked like Mitch did do some backdoor type stuff. Now, ain't nobody mad that you went and got your money, but you telling me you had to do that immediately? For me, Mitch looks suspect. And then even now with what he responded to with OG, like, yo, bro, this looks weird. Like, seriously, you really signed immediately. Immediately. And that's why I was asking y'all the other day. I'm like, did the front office get backdoored? Did they slip up? Because how do you lose both of your backup centers in less than an hour? If you knew Mitch was going to do that, you probably wouldn't have let Huck go. Not saying that, you know, we can't win or do anything without Huck. But for me, it smells fishy. And if you think about it from a business standpoint, if you're Dolan, which we all not, but we can play fantasy. Did it make sense to go into debt for Mitchell Robinson, a player for 8 years that drove Fleet crazy, that drove us all crazy at times, can't hit free throws? I think a major part also is when it comes out, how you hurt your pinky, bro? Because you could have cost us a championship. So I think it's a lot of things with him. And for him to backdoor like that and go to Boston, that was strategically done. He didn't have to go to Boston. Somebody else would have gave him that money. Mitch feels some way about something, and he did that purposely. I'm just mad that us as Knicks fans is really acting like he's the end-all be-all. Yeah, initially I was upset, but like I said, I thought about it, and it's like, yo, we champions, bro. We got one of the best defenders in the NBA. We got one of the best versatile shooting big men in the NBA. In my opinion, we got the top 3 best player in the NBA and the best player in the East. So all we got to do, like Fabian said, with New England and Tom Brady. Tom Brady was very smart. Brunson is very smart. I ain't got to take all that money. I'm going to get that in the back end. Let's make sure we get these right players so we can keep this train going. But Fleet, I would just love to hear what you think about Mitch might being a little slippery and a little suspect and a little suckerish, pause, with what he did. Sorry.
But no, let Fleet listen to what Craig Carton had to say, because you know he has James Dolan on speed dial. This is James Dolan text message buddy. What did he have to say about Mitchell Robinson leaving the Knicks, and what he had to say about leaving the Knicks? It ain't my fault.
Mitchell Robinson goes, one day I hope to be able to tell you the truth. So I'm a truth guy. All right. Mm-hmm. And I love the fact that Mitchell Robinson put on Instagram, one day I hope to be able to tell you the truth, which means it's going to be his version of what he wanted to do to stay here.
We know what the truth is.
No, we don't, though.
Yes, we do.
Not on that story. If we're going to start telling the truth.
They didn't want to pay him.
Excuse you. If we're going to start telling the truth,
yeah. Why
don't we start with, how'd you break your pinky?
That's a good point.
Let's be honest. I love the truth. I'm Mr. Honesty. So if we're going to tell the truth, I'm sure there's a version,
of course, that
he has. I was willing to take X, but they only offered Y, or maybe they offered nothing.
Right.
I'd love to know that story. I would.
Yeah.
But the story I really want to know,
how'd you break your
when you potentially risked the New York Knicks' chance to win a championship by breaking your pinky, I'd like to know how you broke it. Mitchell Robinson goes, one day I hope to be able to tell you the truth. So I'm a truth guy. All right. Mm-hmm. And I love the fact that Mitchell Robinson put on Instagram, One day I
That seems to be James Dolan's media guy, and I'm with the true New York flow. Greg Carton, how'd you break your pinky? Him and AllBall on the same page. It sounds like, and I'm definitely there with him, Flea. You know me. I ain't gotta say much about that. I definitely want to hear what you gotta say though. How'd you break your pinky? Is that where it started? Is that where the 15 million started? Huh? Flea, what are you thinking about what AllBall just said and just like what Craig Carton had to say?
I mean, that definitely can be can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, that definitely could be a situation where the team is losing trust in him. Right? We're talking about a guy that couldn't play back-to-backs, right? I talk about all the positives with Mitch, but I can talk about the other side of this thing. We're talking about a guy that couldn't play back-to-backs. We're talking about a guy that struggled with injuries for the last few seasons. We're talking about a guy that we literally had to hold our breath and pray that we could get him to the playoffs, and so he could be vital for us. I just think, man, there's always been signs that Mitch wanted to be more than what we thought he was. There's always signs of Mitch thinking that he's better than what he really is. And I just feel like if you really understood your role, you would have a lot more humility and understand like, yo, you could take a couple of less dollars and continue to be a part of a winning organization right now and continue to build this thing out. Like, you could have thought about it that way. I don't want to hear about like, Dolan wasn't going to pay him. If he wasn't going to pay him, Mitch could have been flexible. Like, let's keep the eyes on the prize. The eyes on the prize is, how do we put it back together and do this again? Now, in terms of the broken pinky, I'll be honest with you, I don't really care. If we lost, yes, I would care. I would definitely care. But he broke the pinky. I don't really care. He's no longer here. Who cares? Goodbye. Like, that injury don't matter. That injury, in my opinion, that injury would matter if we lost. I would care more. Do y'all remember, everybody remembers Kendrick Perkins tearing his ACL in Game 7, right? Everybody remembers that. Would we have remembered that if Boston won? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of injuries happen, and all of that kind of stuff happens, and it's a foregone conclusion if winning happens. So I don't. For me, I don't really care about how he broke his pinky. I just think Mitch's ego is starting to show a little bit, especially at this juncture, when now you taking some money that life changing. Handle your business. I'm talking about from a basketball perspective. You going over to Boston, which is the op. That was a clear decision. You understand that. Ray Allen, you understand. You leaving Boston. We've been going at it with Miami. Miami? You want to go over to Miami? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
But let me say this, right? And I'm gonna tell you why for me the pinky is very important. Because what if it was major? Right? Whatever he was doing, we're lucky it was just a pinky. Right? So that just means we can't trust you off the court. Right? But let me throw this out there. This is why I'm upset at Mitch. The organization, they were patient with you for 8 years. They were patient with you for 8 years. You couldn't be patient for a week or a month. No one has a right to be upset about that. I'm going to say it again. They were patient with you for 8 years. Through thick and thin. Injuries, can't play back-to-backs, can't hit free throws. You complain, nobody bothers you, nobody complains back to you. They were patient with you. You couldn't be patient? Nah, listen. Mitch did some sucker-ish. Like I said, once a Knick, always a Knick. I'm not mad he went and got his money. I'm mad how he went about it. Let's get it, don't get it misconstrued. I'm never mad about someone going to get their money. Get your money. But how you went about it, you was dead wrong. And that tweet or Instagram, whatever that was, dead wrong. I'm going to say it again. The organization, Dolan, the front office, They were very patient with you. They believed in you. They stuck thin and thin with you. In the first chance you got an opportunity to turn your back on them and leave, you did exactly that. And not only did you do that, you went to the Boston Celtics. Yeah, okay. A little fishy over here. Sorry.
I mean,
I don't even.
People seem satisfied. Like, all right, I get it. We've never seen this in our lives before. But what you said, OG, like you get a taste of caviar. Now you want to continue to eat it, right? You get a taste of something that tastes good when it feels good. So now you want to do it again. All right, the front office has to be creative at this point. Right now we got to put our big boy pants on and do something to counter this. But at the end of the day, we trying to continue to win. I think that's the goal now, right? All right, we did it. Now we want to continue to do it, or we just happy now, and we could just rest for another 10 years. That's what I'm looking at it like this was a match made in heaven, the type of roster that we had. I feel bad that Mitch left, but I also feel like, okay, we got to turn the page now and figure out what we're going to do. But I thought both sides could have looked at this very different and said, yo, how do we make this work? Because we have something good here. Like, we don't got, you don't break something that's not, you don't fix something that's not broke. You don't have to, in my opinion. Yeah, the money comes involved. It's business, all that kind of stuff. That's fine. But why can't both parties understand the major goal? I'm going to say it again. Whoever goes back to back in this era right now is going to be looked at as real, like as a real, like, okay, they really the ones. They was able to get two. Okay, they really the ones. So I just thought we had an opportunity to do that if we could have kept the marriage. But Mitch, go get your money. It's all good.
I just don't think re-signing Mitch guarantees a championship either. Like, we will have to deal
That's
with
true.
him being not playing back-to-backs. And I think the pinky thing is way bigger than what we made it, that any of us have made it out to be. Forget about everything else that was said, because I don't know if you can wait for your money. I don't know about all that. I don't know about before the playoffs. I don't know about all that. But
why
with
we overblowing the pinky thing? Why you think we overblowing that? Well, not y'all, but me and I guess Craig Carlson.
No, you're not overblown. I'm saying
I'm sorry.
This is way bigger than what we're making it. Like, it should be. We didn't make it a bigger deal than what it should be. Excuse me. That was a big deal. I forgot. Amari Stoudemire punching the fire extinguisher in the playoffs. You broke your pinky on your way to the championship. OG hurt his hamstring during the playoffs.
Right.
Like, there was a lot of patience just exercised with him in general for you to even be able to get the $47 million from Boston. The only reason why you got that is because of what happened in New York these 8 years. Stop acting like you weren't injury prone and all that. So that's what I don't like about that message. Like everything else about, you got to wait. I don't know about the waiting part, because those are the agents. That's the business part about it. They might tell them, like, if you wait, the free agency pool dwindles or whatever. I don't know. But I know that the Knicks it was mums the word about that pinky. They didn't make that a big deal. That wasn't in the paper. They didn't know hints, yeah, we found out it wasn't a basketball thing, but even that was kept under wraps. So to me, it wasn't like he should be like this, but this is who Mitchell Robinson is. He's been talking about mental health and all that other stuff. The way he receives criticism, he doesn't like it, and it's tough for him to deal with it. And I'm pretty sure it'll be hard for me too. If I'm sensitive. If I played New York, I think I will be handling it crazy. But at some point, I don't know if Mitchell Robinson ever held himself accountable publicly. I haven't seen that. That's the part that I don't, bro. They had a schedule, a load managed schedule for you, a load management schedule for you personally, so we can go to the finals, and it worked. It worked. We won with the Hacker Mitch thing. We won with you playing half the games, every other game, whatever the case may be. All your limitations, we won with that. You were able to get the bread because of that. Everybody else that's taking a discount, you're taking a discount because we want to chip the way we want it. It's 53 years we didn't win in New York, and it is that hard. Mitchell Robinson is saying, yo, I have to deal with all this stuff, all the criticism in New York. Yeah. And now you're getting paid for it. So I don't understand why he comes off like this. It is coming off bitter. There was no need for that. OG Anunoby is showing you love in public. Nobody asked for that. The truth will come out. What truth? You better have the crazy golden gun. You better say, yo,
I mean, he's
listen, man,
always
Dolan,
talking cryptic. He's always talking cryptic on the internet. He's always
Right, but
saying something that we gotta decipher. What did you say, Mitch? What does that mean? Like,
bro,
go do that in Boston now, man.
do we have to wait for his trainer to come out and say the truth? Because that's what happened last year.
That's what I'm saying. We talking about a guy that now this is annoying me. Now, like,
but hold on,
come on, man.
But Fabian, my last
Please
point
on our side, old boy.
Like,
Please on our side.
But Fabian,
actually, hold on. I'm sorry, old boy. We're on his side about Mitchell Robinson for once.
right? But but Flea was ahead of the curve, right? But Fabian just says something that is going to go over people's heads. As the owner, as the front office, as the coaching staff, right? Knowing that OG was injured, and whatever you was doing during the finals, where more than your pinky could have got hurt. Luckily, it was only a pinky, right? I know everybody want to joke and act like it's nothing because we already won. The crime is, what were you doing that you shouldn't have been doing during the NBA finals, knowing that OG might have been hamstrung and wasn't going to be fully healthy? So, Fabian, you was 100% correct. This is bigger than what everybody's making it out to be. And I just think Mitch backdoored them. Like I said, they were patient with him. They showed him love. And the first time he had opportunity to run out the door, he ran out the door.
But I don't think the crime isn't that for me. The crime is they didn't even use that in any way, shape, or form on the way out the door against you. Right now, Craig Carlton is kind of hitting at it, and he is Dolan's man, right? Okay, that's fine. But even while it was happening, imagine if they would have made that even bigger, do you get that contract from Boston? I don't know. He's reckless. He's this. He's that. The ankle injuries, it wasn't all just on the court. He didn't take care of himself. Like, they could have made it bigger than what it was, and they didn't, Flea.
If they wanted us to know what happened, we would have knew. Everybody would have knew exactly what happened, where it happened. Even Mike Brown alluded to the fact that it didn't happen in practice. Right. It didn't happen on New York Knicks time. It happened on his own time, right? So, again, I do respect that side of it, though, in what you're saying, where they could have easily outed him and put him in a position where now other teams are questioning, your discipline, your thought process, how you operate, under duress, however they would have looked at it, because that is a huge investment, $50 million coming from a team like that. So I do understand what you're saying, Fabian and OG, like that maybe, the fact that we held it down and didn't throw him under the bus about what happened with that injury, one hand washed the other, both washed the face. Like we could have worked this out. So at the end of the day, he's a Celtic now. Like I said the other day, he's an op. We can't even think about what ifs and all of that kind of stuff. Now we got to think about how do we replace him, you know what I'm saying, and go from there. Because he clearly didn't think this happened. How many days? A week after the championship? 10 days? Like, so
soon as he was able to do it. Nothing to think about. Gone.
Nothing. And for all you newbies, yes, Flea's been critical of Mitchell Robinson the whole time. Are you in shape? That was during while you're hurt, stuff like that.
He looked husky. He looked a little bosom. That's what they say. He looked a little busty. He looked a little busty.
But anybody who's new on here is gonna not understand the level, the magnitude in which we were holding on to. We're arguing with dudes about Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert was hit. No, give me him. We know he shut down Boston by himself. They were scared to death of Mitchell Robinson. That's why part of the reason why they signed him. So you're not talking to people right now, listening to people on the screen right now who are not telling you, hold on, I don't know anybody in the NBA who could really do that when he's healthy. This is who you're speaking to right now. This ain't no, we ain't just holding James Dolan. We call him James Bane Dolan. Yeah, got a little love for you now. We ain't forgetting nothing, including what Mitchell Robinson offered us, what he did for us. Without him, we don't win the chip. It's not happening. I don't think so, but get over it, Mitchell Robinson. You ain't the only thing out here. Flea.
We'll bounce back. What up, Jazz?
Flea, I don't know if this next segment is really for us. I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to talk. And I said I would never talk about this man for 3 years. Because I hate what happened last time. I don't have a drink, so I'm not gonna get lost this time. Jamrock. But here we are.
What you got, Ray?
Oh me, oh my. We're here. Someone's available. Of course, not Mitchell Robinson. A lot of players got signed. But there's some other free agents that's available.
People been calling me about the Switchy Mitchy thumbnail. They love that. I've got so many calls and texts about Switchy Mitchy. That was good.
Well, let's see if our buddy over here starts switchy Mitchy over this one. There's a free agent available right now, and he's done some things. He's won some championships, and the Knicks, what?
Circumstances, LeBron's gonna be playing. The Knicks have shown some interest in LeBron James. That is the word we just got back right now. So there you go. Circumstances, LeBron James. That is the Knicks have shown some interest in LeBron James. That is the word we just got back right now. The Knicks have shown some interest in
Why you
LeBron James.
Why you looping
that? Is
that?
the word we just got back right now.
I can't do my job, brother.
That's when you kick the DJ shit. That's when you kick the DJ table, OG. That's when you go over, get close, and you catching a dub from Shorty, and you bump it real quick because the DJ's playing some bullshit. Like, yo, DJ, man, do something.
Listen, anybody with that hairstyle and that mustache, I don't believe anything they say. Sorry.
I really wanted to ask, who is that? Who are we looking at right now?
That's Jake Fisher from, I thought it was Yahoo, but I
that's
don't
your
even know
man.
where he's at
That's
now.
your man. You like that guy.
I don't even know who he is, to be honest. I just know he's from Yahoo, and he looks like Nick Wright. I don't even know the difference between the two. But the point is, he has reported the Knicks have shown interest in LeBron Raymond James. Will, the Dykeman descendant himself, the apparent alleged Dominican, will he reunite with his people uptown, Quisqueya, and put the blue and orange on AllBall? It looks like it. It sounds like the Knicks have shown interest, according to that guy with the funny hair.
How you say that?
What?
How you say
Quisqueya?
Quisqueya?
Quisqueya.
Quisqueya. We'll talk about it later.
It's nice.
I'm trying.
AllBall. One of your most favorite people of all time, LeBron James, has been targeted allegedly by the New York Knickerbockers. What are your thoughts?
Don't believe it. I hope it's not true. All seriousness,
He doesn't even say his name. He'd be like homie. Watch him address him as homie.
I'll say his name LeBron. Right? Listen, I don't. So for me, I don't think it's true. But I don't see him coming to New York. I don't see him wanting to come to New York. I don't believe that. I think at this point he doesn't know what he wants to do. But I want to hear legit sources talking about the Knicks, are inquiring or they want to get LeBron. But I think at this point, nah. I think homie is at least 6-7 years past his prime. I think it'd be nothing but a circus. It'd take away from what we built. The chemistry would be thrown out the window. Nah. And it's not because I'm not a LeBron fan. I just think his effect on the game, on a team today, him and Kevin Durant has that in common. They're like cancers. I'm sorry. They just are. And at this point, he's not trying to win basketball games. LeBron, I told y'all this years ago. He's not going to play second or third fiddle. I don't know why people keep thinking that. It's not in his DNA. Michael Jordan still thought he was the man in Washington. That's a fact. Y'all think LeBron is going to come to New York, the greatest city in the world, and he's going to play back fiddle to Brunson, the Cat, or OG? It's not going to happen. This is why he hasn't been successful with the Lakers. And this is why he's not going to be successful as far as winning a championship. Of course, he's successful in life, in his career, but he's not going to come to New York, the greatest city in the world, and no. So for me, it's not going to work. It's not going to work no matter where he goes. That's just the fact. Until he understands, that's the same thing Kevin Durant is going through. It's like a midlife crisis. These guys still think who they were 10 years ago. And until they realize that and understand that, it ain't going to work. So for me, I think it would be a disaster. And that's why LA didn't want him anymore. What would be the difference? He needs the ball in his hand. So now he's going to take the ball out of Brunson's hands. I just don't see how it works. Like all jokes aside, I really don't. So I'm definitely a big NO. And I don't believe that the Knicks are looking to get LeBron James. And we need to stop lying to ourselves. He's not taking the minimum. LeBron is not playing nowhere for no $5, $8, $10 million. Stop. So it's a lot, right, that people are speculating and guessing. But we've been watching this man and talking about this man's career for 23 going on 24 years now. The pay cut he would take is $1 million, $2 million if they offer him 40 or 50. He ain't taking no minimum. So, nah, I don't believe it, first off. And second off, it won't work. Like I said, him and Kevin Durant, until they really come to grips with, it's past their prime, the same thing is going to continue to keep happening. So I'm a big no.
Flea, we did have some word from LeBron's banana boat buddy, as they call him, Carmelo Anthony and them. They had some words before you put your 2 cents, your 2 million cents on all of LeBron James to New York topic. But here's Carmelo and friends on LeBron James in New York.
New York?
No, man.
Right here.
No, bro. See,
right here.
And I mean,
they've always been tied. They've been doing this song and dance for the past 15 years with each other, New York and LeBron.
That ship done passed. Long time.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I know you probably know more than I do,
don't know shit. I'm saying
hear me out. I know it's not possible.
Golden State, Cleveland, Miami.
There you have it. LaMelo. Damn, that's messed up. Carmelo on the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. And you got, I think his name is Kaz.
My ex brother-in-law with the hoochie daddy shorts on. He looks ridiculous. But anyway, go ahead. Tee it up for me. Ray.
Glaze Central up there. Lord have mercy. LeBron.
Not for nothing.
LeBron.
Coincidentally, I have hoochie daddy shorts on right now. What are your thoughts on? I mean, he's trying to vouch for LeBron to come to New York. I think he made a decent case, but Carmelo's saying that ship sailed a long time ago, buddy. What are your thoughts on New York being interested in him? And Carmelo saying it's not happening anyway.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. Like, it's been about a week since me and OG have agreed on something. It's about time. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm cool. I'm cool, especially on that. I'm cool. And for him to tee it up like that, where he could come in and he doesn't have to be the GM, he doesn't have to establish a culture. Ray, blah, blah. At the end of the day, the nature of who he is as a person and basketball player is only going to be one of like dominance, right? When you come into a locker room, you overtake the locker room just because of who you are, right? It's not even about critiquing the game of basketball at this point, right? That type of move right there does become a circus. It does take away from who's already put down the groundwork. The most important player now, he comes into Madison Square Garden. The most important player is him. The most important person in the organization is him now, right? Because now this becomes part of the last dance, no pun intended, right, Fabian? Now this becomes part of the end of the story, right? Now this becomes part of the huge part of the documentary, right? It just becomes something that off the backs of us winning the championship, we start the next season with LeBron James. Like, nah, that takes away from everything that we've put in, what the coach has put in, what executives have put in, players have put in. Like, it just takes away from everything, man. It takes away from everything for me. And from a basketball perspective, it takes away from everything.
Hold on, stay there. Hold on. I was just going to ask you that. Tell me, how does it make sense in a basketball way, right? Forget if people say I'm a hate, I'm this. All right, cool. Tell me where it makes sense in a basketball way, Flea.
From a basketball perspective, I think if LeBron James is playing at the top of his game, he's always going to help a team, right? He's always going to be a help to a team because he knows how to play the game. He's really, really smart, right? But then from our perspective, I don't think that we need him. It's just not a need for him right now. There's no need from him. We've watched the emergence of OG Anunoby. We watched Mikal Bridges dig himself out of a hole. Now we know that Mikal Bridges is mentally tough. He could have folded. He found a way. Like, I could sing praises about all of that. Y'all know how much I love Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony's. I could talk glowingly about our entire team. Where is the need? Where's the need? Because if you take somebody out of that and input him in, it is not a seamless fit. I'm sorry. We could love LeBron James. We can hate it. You could feel however you want to feel about him. That is not a seamless fit. Again, we're not taking away from who he is as a basketball player. We're talking about fit right now. That's what we're talking about. You could love him. You could say he's great. We're talking about fit. Right now, we have built a team that the chemistry is A1. We're looking for guys that are seamless fits. And most of the time, those guys are role players. Those guys understand that they're coming into a position and saying, how can I help this team win? Not take away from what they're doing. Again, whether he didn't want to or not, if he walks through the door, he's going to take away from what we've already done before he adds anything. So, yeah, I'll pass on that, Fabian. Again, still playing at a high level, but for the Knicks, I don't think he walks through the door and helps us continue to win.
Hey, Fabian, why are people ignoring that Laker fans are celebrating that he's not coming back? Like, why do people ignore that? Right? It doesn't, like I said, he's a great player. He's going to go down as one of the greatest. That's not the argument. There's a reason Laker fans are celebrating that he's not coming back. Soon as he said, I'm moving on, look at all the moves they made. What does that tell you? I just don't understand, how is this not different from us doing what we always do? A McDice, a Penny Hardaway, and the list goes on and on and on with guys that we just took past their primes. For what? And
we don't have to do that, OG.
Right.
Like, we don't have to no more.
And my last point, because I'm sorry, Fabian. Why do we believe he's going to take the league minimum? Like, why are we just so? Go ahead, Fabian, because I just don't get it. Like, we really think this man is going to take the minimum? Really?
He could.
Okay.
He could. You asked the other day, will his last game be the biggest game and compared it to Kobe? Because every time we compare LeBron Anytime we compare LeBron, it ain't to the worst. It ain't to the middle of the pack. It's always to the greatest. Since he stepped into that door, NBA door, compared to the greatest, you immediately compared his last game of his career has to be as great as Kobe. All right, cool. Whether he lives up to it or not, you said Kobe. I don't remember anybody having the last game like Kobe. So you have to put the bar all the way up here for LeBron James. And the only way he can set the bar, set the tone from the beginning is if he goes, I want to make this thing right for my last season in the NBA. I'm going to go to Netflix. I'm about to make $100 million. I already got my LA connections. What other city can you do this in? The only city you can do what you had in LA is New York. That's the only place to do it. And he has a chance, again, if he has a deal in place with the Paramount, Netflix, whoever. That's number one. Number two, the CAA clutch relationship has always been in shambles. They're trying to correct that. We saw Rich Paul and them make up because of that a couple years ago. So they have a lot of reasons to speak and sit at a table. He can't do it without taking the minimum. Basketball wise, I can't be mad at LeBron James being in your locker room. That doesn't make sense to me. LeBron James in your locker room, I get the attention being taken away from Brunson and everybody, what it can turn into, and the fact that that's part of the reason why I wasn't going to work in Miami, why the new ownership got fed up with the Lakers. Like, we did everything you wanted to. I don't want, if we sign him for the minimum, I better not hear nothing about Bronny James. If he does this the right way, he can really make his last season something really legendary, record it like he wants to, and still make the $100 million that he wants to off the court. So basketball wise, if you replace Mitchell Robinson with somebody who's going to play half the time as well, someone like LeBron James, he's an NBA champion, four times over already. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of his shenanigans, but I can see why him trying to be a superstar in New York makes sense when you got the roommates trying to do the same thing. He could give pointers to them kids, to them guys all day long. Him, Mike Brown, the connection there. There's a lot that connects all these dots together.
Do you like it? I
would like it if it was like that. Taking the vet minimum, no mention of your son, no mention of the Rich Paul, your shenanigans. Ain't got nothing to do with.
Why would you think? Why you just named? Hold on, Fabian. You just named a bunch of things that he would do when he comes into the door, but you're asking him to leave all of that baggage when he comes. So he's gonna come do a documentary if this is his last season. He's coming to New York. He's coming with all the pomp and circumstance. But leave your son. Rich Paul can't be courtside, and all of that is gonna happen. He told Pat Riley go to hell because he couldn't bring cookies. So now you're gonna tell me not to leave my son. There's gonna be no munching of my son, and the most powerful agent in the game right now can't be around.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want,
I don't see how he's gonna sign up for that.
How else are you gonna sell me a show? I'm not watching in Chicago. I'm not watching in Boston. What other fan base can sell your show and a chance to repeat? Because whether he wins or not, if we don't win, we're blaming him. In New York, we are blaming you. Trust me. That's the kind of pressure you coming with over here. So if you come over here with all these things, all the baggage put to the side, and you want to make this a legendary ending to your career, you're going to have to do it the right way. You can't do it the way you've been doing it. It's not going to happen that way. But to me, if you are in New York, there's no way you can tell me he's not a plus in the locker room. He's not a plus in the film room. He's not a plus being around. I've never heard anybody complain about him being a teammate, really. It's always been, I'm signing for 2-3 years. I'm not going to stick around because LeBron ain't committed. Well, we know he's not going to be committed for 2-3 years here. We don't need that. We're trying to repeat. And a guy like that, a veteran like that, on a veteran contract, old man contract, I ain't mad at it.
I mean, but the style of play changes, Fabian. The roles change. The responsibilities change. Like, everything changes. And I don't think that we put enough stock into when LeBron James walks into a locker room. Not saying it hasn't worked. He won 4 championships. So 4 times it has worked to the point where it was championship worthy. I'm just saying at the stage of his career he's in, knowing that like it's very, very difficult to take a back seat. You're the guy who's coined the number 1 option. Like you've coined that, but now he comes in and does what? Right? He's a facilitator. What does it took us all the way to be down 2-1 to realize like how we should be running our offense in that series. Like there's a lot that goes into him walking through the door. It's not just, yo, we get LeBron James and everything is a positive, everything goes up. I think a lot of things change. We've sang Jalen Brunson's praises here. I think his game completely is sacrificed once he walks through the door. We seen LeBron James go with small guards real quick, OG. He was successful with Kyrie. Absolutely. This is a different LeBron James. I don't know if that we getting the same LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? So
but now we're totally going against what happened last year in terms of that culture dealing with Cat. Yo, bro, are we gonna keep it real or not? This is the culture we have in the locker room now. The Nova Knicks is real. So it's not just him coming with that. He has to be able to compromise that. If the same way they spoke to Mike Brown, they came to the conclusion, oh yeah, he's a collaborative guy. If LeBron James is not down to be collaborative, then no, we don't sign him. And yeah, I want Diabate here, but if he's not available, they're trying to go after Misi and these guys are not available. Let that be the another thing I gotta add to this. He can't be the first number 1 option in the summertime either. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you asking me, does it make sense? I can make it make sense. You got to sit down with him and have that man-to-man talk. Because if not, yo, bro, that's not how it's gonna work here. We showed you how to win in New York. We didn't need you to win. Remember, they got that over him. He's not coming to a town where they won already.
Yeah.
And when that happened already with the Lakers in Miami, he started to lose favor with the ownership. In Cleveland, you could get away with that. With Miami, Pat Riley said, yo, bro, I did this without you. I could do it with you, and I could do it without you again. We have that over his head now. So I think, yes, the game will change. When he's on the court, they're gonna have to run certain, a different system. But that's what I believe in Mike Brown now. A year ago, I did not. None of us did. And now you're completely with Jalen Brunson. He saw what Jalen Brunson did. He's the captain. That's not going away just because LeBron James walks through that door.
Ray. Nah, Ray.
Let me just
Nostalgic Nick. Go to hell, Nostalgic. Nah, you my guy, Nostalgic Nick. Come on, y'all.
So
he see the vision. Yeah. That's our guy.
So for me, at this point, it doesn't make basketball sense. If it was 10 years ago, maybe LeBron is not guaranteed a finals appearance anymore. He's not even guaranteed a conference finals appearance anymore. Everybody in the chat that's talking about if he goes to Philly is going to be crazy. I watched him with AD and Westbrook. We thought that was going to be crazy. He teamed up with Luka. Damn near gentleman sweep in the first round. What are we talking about? If it's not a guaranteed championship like it used to be 10 years ago, it doesn't make sense. We don't need his antics. We already own the world. We don't need his publicity. He was supposed to come here how many years ago? We still won a championship. I'm just saying, for me, basketball-wise, it doesn't make sense. He doesn't guarantee you a finals appearance. He doesn't guarantee you a finals, but he's going to guarantee you a headache. And like I said, if he goes to Philly, how is that guaranteed anything? We watched him create 2 super teams with the Lakers, and they all failed. So I just don't understand when we talk about facts, people get kind of blurred with that. If this was LeBron maybe 7 to 10 years ago, okay, cool. But this is where I compare him and Kevin Durant, not their games, their effect on the basketball court and on basketball teams. It's not a positive effect no more, and it doesn't impact winning. So for me, I'm just not with it. Like I said, you had Luka, and you couldn't get the job done. I think you're going to get the job done now with Brunson Cat them guys. Nah, like I said, I think if he comes here, it's for the parade. It's for the New York City. It's to steal our shine. Like you said, he has a documentary he's doing. It's not to win a championship. So for me, I think him impacting the organization as far as positive in a basketball way where you win championships, I think that's over now. If it's for lights, camera, action, I'm all for it. But if we're trying to win a championship, it's a no for me.
Yeah, I think the complexion and the culture of the Knicks have changed, especially since winning the championship, right? Like you got to upgrade, you got to think about getting better. But I don't think the answer of getting better is him. I just don't think that. I think there's plenty of other options that we could go before we say, oh, we got to do that with him. And that's going to help us replace Mitchell Robinson or help us win back-to-back championships. I just don't think so.
If he could do what Mitch do, then bring him on. Like, and I'm not trying.
Yeah, but that's not.
No, I
yeah,
know,
but yeah, no. I know. I'm just saying to the people, like that's just not
because everybody ignore what Melo said, right? Yo, we lost Mitch in a Huck Pauly. That's the replacements we need. And if you think he can play all positions, if you think he can defend the five and get the offensive rebounds and do all of those things and block shots, then I'm all for it. But we know he can't do that. We know he's not taking the vet minimum. We know he's not going to come over here and be quiet and not have his whole. We know that. This is New York, bro. That's not going to happen. So for me, I'm not with it. Nope. Nope.
I just heard one of the biggest LeBron haters of all time go from hell no to if.
Hell no.
I can't understand us winning a championship and thinking that he'd be the answer to helping us go back to back. I can't see that at this stage.
Well, time to switch things up. A lot of crazy things happening in the NBA. Jaylen Brown was traded. Yeah, we back on it. Is that the right one? Oh, sorry. That's the wrong one. I got a different clip. Jaylen Brown was traded from the Boston Celtics to the Philadelphia 76ers, and everybody's already going crazy. They're wondering why, actually. And we might have the real reason why finally on the internet.
Brown wasn't traded because of bad blood with the team, but because the owner of the Celtics doesn't really own the Celtics. Jaylen is the latest victim of private equity in pro sports, and I promise you, it's only getting worse from here. Last year, when the Celtics sold to Bill Chisholm and his PE backers for $6.1 billion, we all kind of saw this coming. The deal was actually illegal from the jump. Here's my friend June Lee to explain.
Sixth Street puts in more money than Chisholm, a structure that violated the NBA's rules on how much private equity can own for an NBA team. Despite that, the Celtics publicly announced the sale anyway, with Chisholm as the lead buyer. That public announcement helped Chisholm raise money from other investors, allowing him to reduce Sixth Street's percentage after the fact.
Essentially, Bill is more puppet than owner. Sixth Street has the real power, which allows him to run the standard PE playbook. Think about the Celtics like Jersey Mike's, which also sold to private equity. Over the last few years, we all noticed the subs have a little bit less meat, but they're still good enough to buy. That's the idea behind the Jaylen Brown trade. Sure, he's a superstar in the middle of his prime, he's expensive and only getting more expensive on his next contract. Will the team be as good with Paul George? Of course not, but they'll still be competitive in the East and the fans are still going to watch. Really, that's the saddest part. Say what you want about them, but Boston has some of the most passionate fans in the world. Watching these two groups exploit their loyalty is devastating. Perhaps the only thing more depressing is when you learn that Sixth Street also owns 10% of the Spurs. How this is legal, I have no idea, but unfortunately, we're just getting started here. PE money is flowing into sports faster than ever before, and my prediction is we'll see many more of these moves over the next decade. I'm from Mitchel Smith, and that's my take. Jaylen Brown wasn't traded because of bad blood.
So the real reason why he was traded was because of money. And the Celtics apparently are getting extorted out here in these streets. But we also have I saw Bill Simmons saying exactly what we were saying the other day about Brown's former teammate. Jason Tatum about the trade before the trade went down.
That started half the shit. I do think it's notable that Jalen didn't really say a lot about Tatum during the season. It was not you never heard like I can't wait to get my brother back. There was none of that stuff. And then after the season, and especially the last 3 weeks, where's Tatum? He hasn't said anything. He hasn't said anything this offseason. Jalen said at one point Tatum was coming on his Twitch or whatever. He hasn't come on. How about the last couple weeks about the guy who could actually squash this is the alleged leader of the team, the franchise, Tatum, who could come in and say, I don't want them to trade Jalen. We won the title together 2 years ago. I can't control the front office, but I want to try to win more titles with him. Or that's my guy. Nothing. It's been dead silence, which makes me think that the team has felt at some point either during the season or right after that this is a wrap and that Jalen just wants his own team. And Tatum probably wants him to have his own team. And that's probably the answer, right?
Well, you have that. And you have the real reason why Jaylen Brown was traded, Flea. You did send me that earlier. What are your thoughts on that? Because I know I want to save some time for what you really want to talk about.
I was just laughing about that shit. I don't care about Stephen A. but we will talk about it. It's happening with a lot of these teams. Like the ownerships are changing, and a lot of these teams are getting owners that are, in the private equity, venture capitalists, and they treating these teams like actual, companies like that, stripping them down, trying to maximize profits, and then who gives a damn about the product as long as the product is halfway decent, as long as its butts is in seats, as long as you win 50 games, as long as we're in the playoffs, we are right. And that to me, that sucks because we haven't seen back-to-back champions. You can't keep teams together because now you getting into these owners are coming in. They're not really fans of the game. They said he's a fan of the Boston Celtics, but he doesn't have full ownership. And he has somebody to answer to while he is 10% owner. Right. So I just think that there's a lot of moving parts with the NBA now in terms of these contracts and money, especially because the money is exploding through the roof. The TV deals and the CBA, they got to take a look at that the next go round. That second apron thing is not working for anybody. It don't work for ownerships. It don't work, don't work for teams. It don't work for play. It's not working. It's not working. It's not benefiting, in my opinion. It's not benefiting anybody. It's doing exactly what they wanted it to do. There's a lot of parity. Teams can't keep their teams together. Teams are drafting their ass off, and then you get to a position where you got to pay the guys that you have, and you can't even keep them because the money doesn't allot. I just think it's in totality, the business of what the NBA is looking at right now is poor, and it's just another shot at Adam Silver. Another shot at Adam Silver. What's my man who passed away? God rest his soul. David Stern. He's still in the seat as a commissioner. A lot of this stuff is not happening. That Jaylen Brown trade to Philly might have got vetoed. They might have said, "No, we're not doing that." That might have got vetoed. Just because that's another backdoor. You don't allow they don't take the Giannis deal. For whatever reason, why they didn't take the Giannis deal, but they take this deal? Like it's just weird.
It was with that. It was reported it was the money. He wanted 35% of the cap. He wanted more money, and they said that Brad Stevens budged, and that's when Miami jumped in there. It was like, well, they're gonna pay him, and he's in Florida. Easy bacon for Giannis and his wife.
Yeah, it's I just think this is gonna come to a head at some point, because wild things are happening, right? You see Luka get traded, right after ownership changes in Dallas. You see Jaylen Brown get traded right after ownership changes in Boston, right? These things are not happening for no reason. These people are coming in and they're not looking at it from a basketball perspective. They're looking at it from
Milwaukee's ownership changed, and they traded,
and he's gone.
Look,
Right? They're not.
Lakers ownership changed too, and now look at what's going on with.
You see, you understand what I'm saying, OG? Like this thing it's not happening for no reason, and these guys are not like fans of the game. They're businessmen. And they're treating it like a business. We're gonna strip this they're gonna strip this thing down. We're gonna maximize on the profits, and we're gonna keep a half decent product. Half decent. It's gonna be good enough to where fans like us ain't gonna be too pissed off. And I just think that, you know, we needed to highlight that part of it. I know that we talked about the basketball part of it. Y'all did a hell of a job covering that yesterday and all of that. But there's that other side to it, you know, with the business side of it, and you know, people don't really account for that. And these players, right? These players are more affected by it now than ever. I don't think Jaylen Brown was caught off guard, but I don't think he knew he was going to Philly. Do y'all?
Ain't nobody know that.
Come on. So,
I mean, you make a great. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Fabian.
Oh, before you make your point, let's not forget the Celtics gonna be all right. They got the new Jalen Brunson. Celtics are banking on Peyton Pritchard in the Jalen Brunson type league, according to Tom Haberstraw. Celtics trading Jaylen Brown is a bet that Pritchard is their in-house version of New York Knicks guard Jalen Brunson, a diminutive player who didn't fully show his talents until Luka Doncic was out of the picture. So also the Celtics feel like they have another Jalen Brunson waiting in the wings over there in Boston. So that's a joke, because that same group, Tom Haberstraw, I think is an analytics dude. They had Brown ranked 7th in analytics according to whatever, which I understand. And at $57 million, it wasn't worth that. That's what Brian Windhorst was stressing as well. That a lot of GMs were talking about this, because that comes from the ownership. Is there enough bang for our buck? We lost in the first round with him too. So is that the guy that we really want behind us? I know you've been getting on the Celtics, AllBall, and we have more ammunition here.
I mean, at the end of the day, you trade a guy because of money. He won you a championship. He's a great player. When you play well, don't you supposed to get paid for it? I thought that's how life works, right? I mean, you gave him 300. What's his next contract supposed to be? 100? Like, so I love what Flea said as far as like, yo, man, all this that's happening under Adam Silver's watch is horrific. Like the moves yesterday was just like, what? Like why is that being allowed? It doesn't make any sense. Like it just doesn't. And for me, like I said, this is gonna come out one day where Boston is gonna just have to tell the truth. Why you got rid of Jaylen Brown in the fashion that you got rid of him? Like seriously. Like I said, if this turns into what Fabian said yesterday, where you could take a Paul George, a White, and somebody else and all those picks and go get another super duper star, Joker, whatever else, and then now you starting over, then I get it. But at the end of the day, I remember teams will tell you, we're not trading you in our conference and in the same spots.
They traded within division. OG, what are those draft picks gonna be? Philly ain't gonna be no bad team. What are those draft picks gonna be? How did that deal happen? How were they allowed to do that deal?
No, you know why? You ready? Y'all ready? They don't want the Knicks to win again. That's why. Yeah.
Dog, they gave him 2 first-round draft picks, 2 second-round draft to a team.
Wait, they scared, but I'm not. They allow all this because they don't want us to go back-to-back. That's what that is. Because if we do it again, you know what that says about the NBA? You know what that says about your superstars? You know what that says about everybody that says you have to win a certain way? It was all a lie. When you play basketball the right way, they don't want it played the right way. They don't want Americans there. They don't want you to be shorter than 6'3", 6'4". Bro, that's why this is happening. Come on, man. It's a joke. It's a joke. So at the end of the day, it's going to blow up in everybody's face because all these moves is being made, and you still ain't the favorite. You still ain't the favorite. So all you're going to do is look silly, and then now we're going to see Tatum for who he really is. Let's see if you could be an MVP candidate, be a number 2 seed, and be considered a championship contender in the second half of the season. That's all this is amounting to. But the league don't want us. Adam Silver don't want us to go back-to-back. That's all this is about. That's how I look at it. Jalen Brunson embarrassed the NBA. Y'all want somebody else to be the face, and he embarrassed every face you ever wanted to be in the NBA. He embarrassed Ant-Man. Y'all want him. He embarrassed the alien. Y'all want him. Y'all put Cade somewhere that he didn't belong. Embarrassed him. What we talking about? Y'all still want LeBron and KD and Curry and Kawhi, these guys, to still be the face. It ain't none of them doing what Jalen Brunson did in the last 3-4 seasons. They either getting swept, not making the playoffs, or getting bounced in the first round. This is all about that 6-foot, light-skinned Kobe Bryant. Flea, they don't want him to be the face of the NBA. Why? Because he ain't big on social media. He respectful. He's shy. He don't talk a lot. And they don't like our city. That's the fact. Because if this was somewhere else, come on, man. We see right through y'all. Yeah. Tell Adam Silver I said it. Holla at me.
I think there's a lot of credence to what you're saying. I don't know if David Stern says no to all that kind of money. There's a lot of money coming in the NBA that was not there before. A lot of smart money. These guys want to make more money. The TV deals are through the roof. You got the Saudi Arabia. Everybody's getting involved. They're trying to. I'm not getting too nerdy about the cash, but they're trying to hold as much equity as possible on these teams before the international money comes in here heavy. And there are all rules in place to stop a lot of that. And Adam Silver spoke to loosening that up. I don't think David Stern, Mr. Lawyer, God bless the dead, would have stopped that. I think sometimes we give way too much credit to David Stern. He did things for the money. He changed the rules for Mike. We got to stop at some point. He changed a lot of rules. He was there when they changed the zone defense and all that and the hand checking rules. David Stern was there for that, to usher in this. The international game that he wanted is now here. So I kind of, a lot of that stuff with David Stern to me, it gets out of hand. He didn't, just because he vetoed the Chris Paul trade, no, you didn't like the LeBron was giving more leverage towards the players because that was the unspoken rule. You don't link up together. And then they took LeBron's game, the decision, and made a new decision every summer, including the trade deadline. There's a new superstar being traded, signed somewhere else every year. So I think that's a complete lie. They took his whole style. They took LeBron's whole style, and they're doing what they want to do. But this with the Celtics, it's like no matter what, with the ownership, there's always going to be some stupid things going on with the ownership when it comes to basketball. Because there's no way we all were saying the same thing. Hold on a second. I understand not liking Jaylen Brown. He's probably like me. Thinks he's the smartest guy in the room all the time. All right, cool. But you can sit down and talk to me. He has a podcast. He streams. You tell him you can't sit down with that dude and just, it's clearly it was something more than what it was. I don't give too much credence to him being the righteous brother in Boston. Nobody wanted that around. I don't give credence to that. It straight up had to do with the fact that they wanted to make more money on that guy, and they can't do it at $57 million, which is crazy. But that's what it is. But these guys are such idiots that you don't realize you have one of the best tandems in the league. So I'm glad about it. But now Philly looks like the opposite of the Lakers. That is truly brotherly love, if I've ever seen it. They're going to have Dean Wade surrounded by the Temptations out there. This looks crazy. Bro. And they just signed Anthony Simons.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about it the most. So
Jaylen
with
Brown
Boston,
went to Sacramento. That's where he should have been traded to. That's how it normally goes. Because that's how it normally goes. Bro, we not trading you right across the street. Bro, go to the West Coast. Get up out of here. So we ain't got to bump into you maybe once or twice a year.
Y'all just walked us down from 3-1, and we handed over. Like, I don't like. I don't understand how we don't think that we traded you to a rival. Not you walked out the door like Mitch and went and got some money. No, we willingly traded you to a rival
and got nothing back. That might be one of the worst trades. We talk about the Luka trade. Why isn't Brad Stevens' job looking suspect? We killed we killed Nico Harrison.
Nico
Why
Brown.
is it?
I love
right,
it.
I'm sorry, I was about to say Nino Brown.
I love it. I know where he's going.
We killed Nico Harrison. Why is it so quiet for Brad Stevens? How is this different from trading Luka for AD and trading Jaylen Brown, a champion, an MVP candidate? I apologize for calling you a favorite. I really do. I'm sorry. How is that different from trading? No, I'm serious. I apologize. Seriously, I ain't being sarcastic. How is that different for trading Jaylen Brown for Paul George? And nobody is going berserk. Yo, they called Nico Harrison needed security.
He don't need it now. He could go to the grocery store now because
when it initially happened, they said Nico Brown is getting threatened.
Mm-hmm.
But your man, Brad Stevens, can go to Whole Foods with his family, no problems at all. He ain't do nothing wrong. No, it's a joke.
And that's crazy for what David Smith said. David Smith said Jaylen Brown is a salary dump. For your finals MVP, the guy that kept y'all afloat is a salary. That's where the NBA is now. That's crazy.
But that's again,
insane.
But somebody asked in the comments, what does this have to do with the Knicks? Thanks for reminding me. What Flea broke down earlier. Every other team you just mentioned changed ownership. James Dolan said, me and my family not giving this thing up, not till I hit that grave. So if that's another advantage for the Knicks. Who did you ever think in your life you would have said having James Dolan as an owner in 2026 is an advantage because he will be a constant as an owner. He will be present consistently. We're going to have the same ownership. He finally figured out how to win. He got the right people in there. Well, Boston supposedly has the right people, change ownership, and still have to flip-flop. So it doesn't even matter who you have in the front office. It matters who's still running this thing. And James Dolan, for all the dirt that's been thrown on his name the last couple of days over the Mitchell Robinson severance, we got to give him credit for sticking to his guns, apologizing to us after we won the damn championship for taking so long. But that's a factor. That's a major factor. The owner is collaborating with the president, general manager, and the head coach and these players. So the Boston Celtics are another example of what is wrong with the NBA and probably with sports when the owners go bad, Flea.
Are the Knicks about to go public, Fabian?
That's what I've been hearing, right? With the Rangers and the Knicks are going to go split.
Where us three and everybody in the chat could go get a piece. Is that about to happen? Is that on the way? I'm just asking. Okay. I just wanted to ask. That's all.
I'll look up the latest on that. Knicks going public. The Knicks are going through an unprecedented corporate restructure as owner James Dolan plans to spin off the Knicks and the NHL's Rangers into two separate entities. MSG has filed initial registration documents with the SEC for the tax-free spinoff, which also explains why he allowed the president to come through game 3 at the Garden. The DOJ has a lot of government stuff involved with maintaining relationships. But again, if that is the case,
that's why I asked. That's why.
But that's a great question, because if that is the case, now you ain't got to worry about a private equity firm taking over your team.
Boom. That's where
it's
going. That's where it's going. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's going. So again, going back to what you said, who would have thought that we would be sitting here saying damn, I'm kind of glad that we have James Dolan as our owner. Because to be honest, out of all of the teams that we talked about, right, he's still one of the only owners that honestly cares about the New York Knicks. Care about their team, the team currently. All right, I'm just saying, amongst the guys that we named,
he cares about the same thing AllBall be talking all the time. He wants to walk these damn streets in the restaurant without getting a chicken wing thrown at him, bro. That's what he cares about.
Well, you gotta handle your business to do that.
Correct, and he handled it. And if he keeps this going, he could go public and be worth $100 trillion. That's how I see this thing, AllBall. AllBall, I don't know how many minutes you have left, but
I got about 2-3 minutes for this nonsense. I just want to hear y'all.
There's no business like show business.
Dude is a nut.
I remember the Showtime Lakers, man. And the internet is having a field day.
Dude is a nut. When he say that, when OG say that, dude is a nut.
We got Hoodie Mello. We have Hoodie Stephen A.
What an intro. We had the Showtime Lakers, and apparently we got the Snowtime Lakers, according to Stephen A. Smith.
Where the hell the Los Angeles Lakers think they're going with a bunch of white dudes?
Just for future, a black tee under a white hoodie
is nasty. So nasty.
You can continue, Fabian. This is when you know people are just out of touch, bro. Go ahead, Fabian.
Where the hell the Los Angeles Lakers think they're going with a bunch of white dudes? Your 3 top players are white dudes? Really? This ain't golf. This ain't baseball. Hell, it ain't even soccer. What y'all think this is? It's basketball. In NBA history, when have you seen your 3 most prominent players on a basketball team all be white? And that takes you to the promised land. Somebody got to say it, so I'm saying it. This is basketball. I'm not complaining. I'm simply making the point. The Los Angeles Lakers, you ain't going anywhere being led by 3 white dudes in today's generation of basketball. I'm letting you know right now, it ain't happening. And Luka's a bad brother. And Austin Reeves is no scrub. And they both have earned what they have earned. And then with LeBron James or some other brothers, I get. But those 2 and Walker Kessler, you ain't scaring anybody with that. And Rob Pelinka has done made this white dude central. No wonder LeBron James walked out the door.
Wow. That's even worse than I thought. Yo, Stephen A. Smith.
Yo.
He went crazy.
Did he really just do that?
Y'all be thinking I be bugging. Why I get so upset, OG. Like, go ahead.
No. I'm not. Can I look here? No, I'm just flabbergasted. Did he really just do that? Like, do we understand? Does he understand how big his platform is? Like, what are you doing? No, Flea, I would love to hear your response because for me, I'm just. Go ahead, Flea, and I'll respond briefly after.
I usually be wanting to come up here and kill him, you know, because I just think.
Ho. We ain't see this in a long time, Flea.
Yeah, we ain't see this in a little bit. I know the drill. My bad.
Get one more because it's been so long. I don't know what they playing about. Half Rav. I like the name. Half Rav 2 Sev. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. And if you don't know our motto, now you can't leave. Once you're a member, always a member. We see your comments too with the cash apps. We're going to get to you. But thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for all the members. Thank you to the whole chat. But members, y'all know how we feel. Special love. Half Rav, thank you, my brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, man. We work hard up here, man. Any little dollar you give us.
Carefully. Sorry.
I'm not saying we're gonna be scrambling and scraping over, but you know, Flea might.
Somebody just reminded me that my shit is grainy. I got mad all over again.
Yeah, but I mean, just but how do you feel about what Stephen A. Smith said? No.
I love that. I love that. Thank you, OG.
It's getting late.
Give me right back where I need to be.
Stephen A. just got me aggy for some reason too. It's like, yo,
nah, that just aggravated me. That just aggravated me because you understand the type of platform you have and you dibble and dabble, right? You jump back and forth, and there's just no consistency. I just thought it was you trying to be cool. Just another moment of trying to be cool. Like, let's be clear. You can't determine if you cool or not. Somebody got to tell you cool. All right. Just a reminder for us, my brothers, everybody in the chat. You can't just say, yo, I'm cool. Somebody else got to tell you cool to determine that. And Stephen A is always trying to act like he determines if he's cool or not. What he said, okay, can we agree that there may be some validity to it? I get it, but you're not saying it from a perspective of, trying to actually talk the game. You trying to be funny, and then when you got the pushback, then when the joke didn't land right, or then when the moment didn't land and you wasn't cool, then it was I'm talking basketball. Like he jumps all over the place, and he has such a big platform that I wish he was a little bit more consistent and just be a little more in touch. He's really, really out of touch and really doesn't understand how he comes off. And so I just thought it was a little irresponsible. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not laughing about it. It's funny. I get the joke behind it. I get the humor behind it. I'm not that far out of touch. I just think like if he was always like that, it would be fine. But you're not. You're not always like that. So why jump out here now and try to be cool? That wasn't cool.
What's the first thing I said as soon as the video was over, or right before the video played? I said, a white hoodie with a black undershirt, you're out of touch. Mm-hmm. And what you just said, bro, at the end of the day, you're Stephen A. Smith. You don't have to do that to go viral. You don't. What you just did is not worth the clicks. Ho. Come on now. Fakir. Thank you, my brother. Fakir Wise. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Thank you. Gifting 5 AllBall TV memberships. Fabian, one more bomb for Fakir Wise.
Appreciate you, Fakir.
Wow, thank you. 5 salutes. Appreciate that, my brother. Thank you very much. I don't get them no more. I don't get these guys no more. Nobody breaks the game down. Nobody tells you why a team isn't or is going to win a championship. It's just, Fabian said it a while ago. It's WWE/WWF, bro. He was way out of pocket. That was so irrelevant to say that it is just, you can't even laugh. It's not even, it's funny, but it's like, yo, bro, you just, like what is your goal at this point? If I was to ever talk to Stephen A. Smith, at this point, have you reached your peak? What's your goal right now? Because that right there was just, it didn't make any sense. It just didn't. And we have some white boys that's some of the coldest that ever did it. Larry Bird and Mitchel was on the same team before. Dirk played like, so I just, Fabian, at this point, I don't know how he can't say that wasn't racist. Like, I don't know how can he say that wasn't racist? How? And y'all know he's going to apologize eventually, right? We going into 4th of July weekend, probably Monday on First Take, he's going to have to apologize, or he's going to go on his YouTube platform. But I ain't really got much to say, man. I just don't understand homie right now. Like, I don't even think nobody cares about that. Like nobody looked at the Lakers and said they got all white. Like nobody even thinking like that. Who cares? He just goes overboard when there's no need to. Bro, he's gonna. If he didn't do that, that video would have did the same amount of numbers. That's what throws me off. If he doesn't do that and he just breaks down why he thinks the Lakers made good moves or bad moves, it would have still did the same numbers because he's Stephen A. Smith. Man, listen, that dude is, like I said, a nut.
I mean, he was thinking what a lot of people may have been thinking when you first look at them, but like the Utah Jazz be looking like that sometimes.
I don't think nobody was thinking that when the Lakers made all those moves. I don't think nobody was thinking that. I just heard everybody saying, yo, they made some good moves ever since LeBron left.
I think a lot of people think that about Austin Reeves and Luka and Walker Kessler. We haven't even seen him really prove himself because he hasn't, Utah was tanking. But,
niggas said it, OG. I'm going to just be honest.
Yeah,
like,
niggas
said
they looking like a brick of that fire. Yeah, man. See what I'm saying, Fabian? This look. You and Fabian, you and Flea is too influential. Go ahead. I'm
brick of that white. That cocaína.
Niggas said they put together the Backstreet Boys. See, that's what I'm saying. Baby, go ahead and see what you got to say.
Because he gonna keep going. After 20, 20
tell me why ain't nothing but
I was gonna say that. You are my fire.
The one desire.
Stephen A., tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why.
They pull me in, y'all.
Listen, man. He was thinking what plenty of people were thinking. All this righteous, he's at the top of the top, and he's just saying something like that. Now, it's funny, him saying that, I don't know why Jaylen Brown's mad at him. Jaylen Brown couldn't say that. Why don't you say that, Jaylen Brown? What's the beef about? I know he ain't saying nothing about Dana White and all that. I know what happened. I know it's Matt Barnes and them while they was beefing with Stephen A. Stephen A. will always throw in a little wrinkle to remind you. It's like, yo, man, I'm still from the block.
Nigga said the Utah Lakers.
Nigga said the Snowtime Lakers. That was funny.
Hey, Fabian, they said the new owners thought they bought a hockey team.
Son, he said, I can understand this is golf.
Baseball. He was wilding. He was wilding, man.
No, he's not. That's the reason why LeBron he did punk Porzingis when he was on the Knicks and tried to punk Luka when he was in Dallas because he's a white boy. I seen it. I peeped at it. Listen, was it racist? It's always racist. I think that's racist. But hey, is it a taught? Sure. But Luka's nice. Austin Reeves is nice. Walker Kessler got talent. I know he's talented, but you can't tell me that's what other NBA players are thinking. They're thinking that, bro. You about to punk this team. Austin Reeves is not tough. Walker Kessler, you have proven nothing in this league. We're going to try to punk you too. And they will use any advantage. So was it crazy? Yeah, it's crazy because it's him saying it at that level. Is he looking for clicks? When isn't he? When every time I bring it up, you got to shut me down. Like, yeah, that's his job though, Fabian. You can't say that. Don't kill the messenger. Don't kill the messenger.
That was corny. That was corny.
He was wrong.
That wasn't fly. That was corny.
Yeah, he was wrong. He was wrong.
It was funny.
Sometimes you don't say what everybody is thinking. That's cool.
If you're gonna say that, have on all black, man. Like if you're gonna say that, go all the way with it, man. Have the remember one time he had the what was the jacket he had on? Right? With the what's the black colleges? What they call them again?
HBCU.
Right. Have the HBCU jacket on, right? Have the kufi on, go all the way.
Had the kufi on.
I'm just saying.
The
Go
kufi be back here.
have the right fit on if this is what you want. I ain't too far.
Is it?
Jerome in the house. I say Jerome in the house. I say Jerome in the house. Watch your mouth.
Without a doubt. You said Jerome is a player from the Himalayas. Big shout out Jerome Griffiths with an S. Thank you for becoming a member. And we tell everybody, once you win for life. You can't leave.
Can't go nowhere, baby. Locked in.
At one point, he remixed it and said, Jerome, in your mind. In your mind.
Yo, stop having my man on stage. Stop having him present. Let my man sit down and relax.
Baby,
leave my man alone.
Flee.
Leave my man alone. Can y'all leave my man alone?
Flee. Leave that alone.
All right. Somebody had to say it.
Oh, no,
tell me why.
leave my man alone.
Oh,
all right.
Steven, they ain't have to say that. You ain't have to say that.
I'm just
see. Once you get past 10 o'clock, things get out of control. Fabian, wrap it up, please.
He said, I gotta be jammed because jelly don't shake like
that.
Were they saying that before?
Oh, gee, I'm lying.
Flea, why you keep on with it? Leave it alone.
All right.
Leave it alone, please.
I'm sorry. I know if you say that, all right.
Yeah,
He's
leave that.
getting money, man. Stephen A. getting money, man. Walker Kessler getting money, man.
Look at him. He can't control himself over there. Look at him.
I'm just saying.
Look, Fabian, get us out of here, please.
In your mind. Y'all could have been anywhere else. Oh, hold on, I'm bugging. Oh, damn.
You gotta read the super chats. I'll be quiet.
David Smith, thank you for your $9.99. I care more about Knicks winning championships than worrying about Knicks going over second apron. So Brunson may not be able to collect every dime of a 5-year, $417 million contract. God damn, David Smith.
David Smith, man. Gotta love David.
To all the foolish Cat haters who said Mitch was more impactful than Cat or even better than Cat, you also wanted Cat traded. Well, the front office knew the truth and kept Cat and let Mitch walk. He's under contract, brother. What you mean? What are you talking about? He has a player option. Zero rec. He says Mitch signed day one. He ain't even try. Damn.
He ain't even let it simmer. He ain't even let it simmer
at all.
Tell me why. Half Rav. He threw 10 bones at us.
Half Rav.
I really want to know what you guys think about getting Taco Fall. Nobody's talking about it.
No, thank you. Appreciate you, Half Rav.
Half Rav. There's a reason nobody talking about it. Love you, bro.
Love you, bro. No, thank you.
No. Taco Fall don't even belong in the NBA, bro.
Yeah, he's right where he belongs, wherever that is.
Your booty.
Yep. I was about to say it. That's a real place.
MJ923. Thank you for being a member for at least 3 months. We know how you guys feel about LeBron, but if Knicks land him, how would you feel about him as a playmaker, letting Brunson play off the ball? Will he?
Listen, man. What they say about Tiger got stripes? Listen, you ain't gonna mistake no tiger for a lion and vice versa. That man ain't changing his stripes. Brunson ain't changing. Ain't nobody changing their stripes, bro. You gotta let that go. 10 years ago,
it disrupts everything.
Yeah,
it literally disrupts everything. I don't care how much you love him. It changes everything.
Of course, to let y'all know,
OG Ramsey.
With
He's not playing. This was today at 2:04 p.m. He said, "Salute to Mitch. Champs moving on."
Hold on real quick, fellas. This is my guy from my job, man. He loves us. He loves the Knicks. Big shout out my guy, Sean. Sean, what up, my dude? I work with my brother right here.
What's good, Sean?
When we had the hats, he bought merch. He
Dope.
supports Show Wild Love. And he's a diehard Knicks fan like us. And he gives a lot of great advice when we be at the gig. So, Sean, love always, my brother. Appreciate you. I got to show him love because he showed a lot of love.
Hey, Sean, was good, man. Appreciate all your support, man. You don't know how much that means the world does, especially, you know, being at the other gig and people just showing love.
It's a fact.
Not the other way. Freeway Hustler. He says Mitch played 14 minutes a game and played only 50% of the games he was paid for. Everyone else took a pay cut to stay. How hard did he really try to stay? Damn.
When you put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Everybody needs to make a sacrifice. He can't.
After we done sacrificed for you all this time?
You can't drive that dumbass truck in Boston. They're not going to let you do that.
Told that shit.
They're not going to let him do that.
Send it to the junkyard. McTube University. Thank you for your $5. Mitchell Law was the longest tenured Nick. Spread your wings, big fella. Boston was scrapping it, was scrambling and scraping, and got desperate with the checkbook. We good. I mean, they clearly not desperate with the checkbook. Nat 11212. That's BK 11212. You in Brooklyn? Was at the Bronx? Yeah, I think you in Brooklyn. You hit it on the head, AllBall. Mitch didn't give the organization a chance to work. Plus, Mitch energy always gave that he wasn't feeling New York like that. That's a fact. So I don't understand what, unless that big truck energy is Boston energy. Yeah, but you're right about that. OG Ramsey said Mitch for 3 more years. No, front office put a championship team together and they are still together. Pass the champagne. Catch up, NBA.
Great point, OG.
Kyle Wave said, I think in this era of the second apron stuff, saving money, we got to do better drafting and developing fast. Rookie contracts and get some chips. AllBall salute. Nat 11212 says, I bet Mitch trainer talked Mitch out of New York too. Remember, he was always criticizing the Knicks for Mitch on social media also. Yeah, let's see how many lobs you catch over there in Boston.
Yeah. Who's going to throw them to you?
Let's see if
Tatum?
let's see if they cheer for you out there like they cheer for you here.
Tatum? Paul, you going to trust Paul George to catch you on a short roll?
Oh, what do you mean, Flea? They got the new Jalen Brunson. He'd be all right.
You going to trust Peyton Pritchard to set you up? Okay. We shall see.
If he is a new Jalen Brunson, you definitely ain't getting the lob. So I don't know what the hell you were thinking. Did I read that? Yeah. New York Yankee. That's funny. Salute, fellas. In May, I told y'all Knicks need to re-sign Shaman and let Mitch walk. And OG told me to calm down. These were all the concerns I had. New York Yankee. You can't judge us at every single moment. How dare you hold us to some standard?
We be scrapping and scrambling too sometimes up here.
We do it all the time. Trying to collect us and all.
All that.
OG Ramsey, thank you for your $5. Knicks are looking to upgrade the champs. Mitch has maxed out. We don't want to be handicapped going forward. That's another thing. Has he maxed out? That's not talked about enough. You got 15 million from Boston. You didn't get.
But 8 years, Fabian, you still ain't got to post up. You still can't hit free throws. You still can't stay healthy. I mean, do we expect him to turn that around in a couple months? It's a great point.
Yep. And OG Ramsey doubles down. What was the medical report for the next 3 years? I don't think it was good. I think covering the front office for a basketball decision. Collaboration.
Collaboration. That's been the word.
DeMario, thank you for your $20. Regarding the pinky, the cover-up is always worse than the crime. Salute, champs.
DeMario, appreciate you.
Well put. McTube University says OG Anunoby has Braun on his wish list. Ask him yourself. OG Ramsey says, I can't discuss LeBron before going to bed. While in 8664 says, New York, this is for you.
Slow down. That was
No,
him
that
in
was,
his that was in his LeBron voice.
Oh,
Cleveland, this is for you.
I thought that was he was talking about oh, that's what he said.
Oh, I thought that was he was being funny because I thought that was at the time we was talking about LeBron. I could be wrong.
Oh, I thought that was what Dolan said. I don't remember LeBron saying that. McTube University also says whoever Braun goes to becomes a favorite in Vegas odds. What the hell? You've been the last 4 years, 5 years, brother. LeBron ain't been favored even when he was in the chip. McTube University says if Sixers scoop Braun, the revenge campaign starts. The revenge for who? Don't sleep on Braun on the Braun option. He makes New York better. Okay. You clearly like LeBron. Braun ain't got nothing to do with this. It's a great move. Braun always shows up at MSG. Check the stats. He knows Big Body is the boss of New York. You're going too far. I had specific rules and regulations as to how LeBron James can join us. Bronny has something to do with it. Stay away. We have no roster spots for LeBron Jr. Exactly, Fleet. Y'all sleep. If Braun goes to Philly, we will regret it.
I mean,
we'll
I
have
see
Joel
that.
Embiid and LeBron James playing half the games. OG Ramsey says no super chats while discussing LeBron. Think again, OG Ramsey. Matube University says I love y'all cats. Petey, Star Adonis.
That's funny.
That's good. That's good.
But it was foul with Stephen A. Smith calling the Snowtime Lakers. But I can be Petey Crack. That's why you're really laughing.
Yes, you can be Petey.
But the Knicks ain't a members only club. Braun will be a great distraction towards other teams right now. That's what I'm hoping for. We're going to just have to agree to disagree, fellas. Braun guarantees a repeat. I put money on it. Word. Guarantees?
That's what OG said. If it guarantees a championship, I'm with it.
I heard the if. Say what y'all want. I want that stat stuff and Braun on the Knicks. Damn. Yo, you get this. You and your man Cass can join each other. Damn, McTool.
That is Cass.
Hold on, that stat stuff and Braun.
Don't say it like that, Ray. Ray, you wildin'. Yo, get us out of here, man. I'm ready
that
to eat,
sounds
man.
crazy.
Yo, get us out of here, man. You stat
I don't care what
Braun.
I don't care what anyone thinks. I know basketball. Timing is everything in this game.
Nah, dog. Nah. Hold on, McTube. You was a little too freaky with that, baby. Stat stuffing Braun.
Tatum is damaged goods, but folks scared to say it. We don't know yet.
We'll find out.
Jaylen Brown was too black and too strong for Boston. He's also too gone. See ya. OG Ramsey says his $5 just for ending the LeBron James convo. I can support with a smile on my face on any other topic with the AllBall team. Priceless. Right, he's email LJ LeBron James. OG Ramsey also says, chat, need you guys to pick up the support. I only got about a month of Knicks playoff money left. Help this brother to help our brothers.
Thank you, OG.
Oh, McTube University is not playing. Threw a 50 ball at us. I hear folks saying Braun destroyed the Lakers, yet he led them to the bubble championship. When LA got slammed for taking PPP loans, he saved the Lakers rep. Facts. Bring him to New York. He's won a chip in every city he played in. How soon we forget.
Thank you, McTube University. We appreciate you, big
McTube,
dog.
wherever LeBron go, we hate watching every game, and we need you to be in the lives because we're gonna watch this game by game.
Yes, sir.
McTube also says Dolan is not a genius. He just got a heavy checkbook.
Shit, they all do.
So do the Celtics. Jamrock says Max Knicks could pay Mitch was $8 million, second apron cap. And he was not taking that. Coach Malpica says didn't extend Mitch for reasons. Was always planned, win or lose. Been offered in every trade we tried last 3 years, declined, never been part of the Don's plans. It's funny you say that. I forgot about that. He was in originally in the trade for Cat.
Call.
Thank you, Flea, for reminding me. Y'all could have been anywhere else. Oh. OG Ramsey threw was $50 just to say LeBron James. Hell no.
OG.
Hey, OG. That's why you my guy. Capital H, capital E, capital L, capital L, capital N, capital O. Big shout out.
It could have been anywhere else. I held the guys captive long enough. Been 2 hours plus.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
It's like 800 people in the building. Shut up, please. Mañana's Friday, 8 p.m. We'll be back.
Yes, sir.
May have something in the afternoon. We shall see. It's hot. The AC ain't working. Hey, stay cool. If you're in New York, stay cool wherever the hell you at.
Tenor J, what you doing? You getting paid for that?
Man, get us out of here. Get out them comments, man. Get us out of here, man.
We'll be back tomorrow, Tenor J, to argue about LeBron.
Yes, we will.
Have a good night. Stay cool for real. Hasta mañana. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.